I think my meaning is understood. I just don't know what the correct word would actually be. Yeah, Ko was kind of damaged himself on me like that, though. Whoa, selection, where you going? Okay, how's the second layer doing here? Alright, let's see, we got a couple overlaps I'm aware of, like one over here that's actually kind of complicated. And where is the bedrock end over here? Oh, it's way out here. Yeah, it's pretty much at the end of this chunk here. The green square. Though I also know Ko does have his own personal issues that he's been dealing with. But I try not to let my own personal issues get a hold of me as well, but I know what happens. So I understand that, but I'm not there to help Ko, I guess, in that regard. Okay, it was the playable teaser, okay. Yeah, that, okay. You said demo and, like, test, and that thought me of, like, a beta or something, which threw me off. I know about the teaser. Well, I forgot about the teaser, but I know about the teaser being a thing. Yeah, Silent Hill games are actually something I enjoy. There is a Minecraft map called Silent Love Letter? Silent Hill, what the hell was it called? Fuck. A Letter from Silent Heaven. It was a Silent Hill 2 recreation. There we go. Thank you, Google. And the Silent 2 recreation in Minecraft was actually done pretty well. I forget which YouTuber I saw do it. Was it Jenny? I think it might have been Jenny. I don't remember. It's been a while. The map was released back in 2013, so. But yeah, the map, from what I saw, actually did the Silent Hill 2 series quite well. For it being a Minecraft replication of it, obviously as best as it can. You can't get everything exact, of course, but it can do what it can do. But yeah, the map had custom cutscenes, custom textures, custom sounds and effects, and a bunch of other things. Like, you could actually play the game as if you were playing the game only in a Minecraft like engine environment. MCEdit is still kind of lagging for me. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. Because I'm trying to do things here, and it's not behaving. Me and Co have similar issues as well, Arithius. Doesn't mean I approve of how he's handling them. You also have Silent Hill on in the background. Well played, Arithius, well played. Yeah, I don't care how similar two people have problems of, but there's certain boundaries that you should be cautious of. Or at least know if you're in the wrong. Hell, it was last Sunday, I kind of went off on Tate about him playing H1Z1, which is a game I dislike to begin with because it's early access, it's zombie survival, but I did apologize to him the following day because, you know, I realized I was in the wrong. I was dealing with my own shit at the time, and it just so happened to manifest itself in that communication. But I don't think Ko ever really considered that he's in the wrong for people that he doesn't know on a more personal level. I understand he gets a lot of trolls and the like, but you can't assume everyone's a troll. Just like how Tate pissed me off in League and CSGO on occasions when he's like, oh, everyone's hacking in CSGO, or they're smurfs, stuff like that. It's like, no, they're not. We're just playing badly. We have those days. Shit happens. Get over it. I'm sure you've been there a few times, Arithius, when I went off on tape on League because of his shit. I mean, it's nothing against Tate, but the issues he was having in them in League or CS:GO or whatnot, the way he handled them is not something I enjoy. Yes, get pissed off about something. That's all fine and dandy. How do I have 3 viewers? Oh, Laminoa must be having the stream going, but muted. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting to, Arithius. I don't need to feel like I'm not alone when it comes to something. I know I'm not alone. I'm of the logical mindset that if you have a thought, there is probably someone else out there at some point in time that had a very similar thought. Whether or not they could have done it at the time. For example, I'm sure people a long time ago thought about flying. Well, a lot of people think about flying, and I don't mean in an airplane or anything, but by themselves. A lot of people think about that. I mean, it's a common thing, actually, debated in philosophy. But or used in philosophy, I should say, not really debated, because obviously it's not possible yet. But it's not like they are the only ones that have that thought. I know if I have an issue, I'm pretty sure someone out there somewhere has the same issue. I know I'm not alone in that regard. I know I probably won't meet that person that has the exact same issues as I do. But I know someone out there will have the same issue as I do. And I know that doesn't make me alone in that regard. And regardless of me being able to talk to them or not, to be able to figure out what they're doing to handle this issue, I don't have a problem not learning about what their methods are. I'll try to come up with my own solutions. Yeah, I agree with you. Brains aren't always rational, but I am a very logical person by nature. Just from the degree alone, I'm sure you can tell that. But I know not everyone's like that. Come on, get over. But there's still some things you need to realize when you are in the wrong. When you do respond inappropriately. Yeah, with this, I've been there myself as well. Best example I can give of that, actually, is our pool that we have in the backyard. I went to fix a electrical issue. Thought we turned it off via the breaker. Touched it, got shocked. I was electrocuted in my right arm from it. It was a very brief electrical current going through it, but I was shocked. We turned off another one and tried it again. Another breaker, because maybe we thought, okay, well, maybe we grabbed the wrong one. We tried another breaker. I got shocked again. At that point, I said, fuck it, we're turning off the whole house. Talking about slightly different things. Maybe. But I do have a point to my story right now. I said, fuck it, we're turning off the house. I turned off the whole house, power-wise, and I was still paranoid as shit to touch it, even though logically I knew it should not be on and it should not shock me anymore. I understood what you meant, Arithius, the first time. Still keep pressing shift. Yeah, I knew logically the power wasn't on, I shouldn't get shocked from it. But I was still paranoid as shit about even touching it. Why? Because I got shocked 2 times prior, even though logically I knew it was off. So I'm well aware. Sometimes the brain overrides the logic. It's annoying when it does, to be honest. How much further out can I go? Oh, a lot further out. Yeah. Oh. Mother must be up. Because I swear I just heard a creak on the floor. That or was the song, and okay. But are we though? Everything's talking about slightly different things. Since I finished my story. Like, are we actually talking about different things? Good job, Orpheus. What was the last bit you heard, if you need me to repeat anything? God damn it. Keep using shift. By the way, it's really interesting how the textures are doing this in MC Edit because of anti-aliasing. It's so interesting how that looks. It looks more realistic when it gets further out, like it has like actual dirt. With the bump map. It's weird. I take it you were able to hear everything from the story then, or either that or you missed the question.
Survive. Well done. Prepare to battle my entire fleet.
Well, Arithius, I don't feel isolated when I'm dealing with things. I don't. I try to be as independent as possible on my own. That's how I am, along with being logical. I guess that bit of combination makes me not have an issue not talking to people. Not talking to people, you know, not liking people because of their actions. I have no problem with it. Any issues I have, I can deal with on my own. I don't need, in my head, someone else's insight, I guess you could call it, or ability to assist me to make me feel better. Granted, I know this doesn't apply to everyone, and I understand that. But it goes back to doing when you're in the wrong, regardless of what you really feel like. I'm trying to think what I'm going to do now. Holy shit, it's 4:09. I do want to keep working on this, but I also have other shit to do. So I might take a break from this. Spending a couple hours on it is not bad. Oh god. Mouse, behave. I agree, Arithius, and let's see, what do I have it down below here on my Twitch page? Yeah, I specifically state why I stream and do YouTube. Not only as a financial support option, but a learning experience for myself to become more social with others and to garner a community that I can be glad of. Might have to change that word to be proud of. Glad of. It sounds like a messed up pronunciation of Gladys from Portal. Well, I guess I'm a cold-hearted person in some regard, Ruthius. Most likely due to my past, but I don't know if you've noticed, but Tate's lost a few friends over the course of the time I've known him. To death or whatever. Hasn't bothered me any. I know it bothers him, to some extent. But I've been there. I've lost people that I've known. It just doesn't bother me. Wait, what the hell is going on with the box? Box, what are you doing? Box? I have no idea what the hell you're doing. It's not that I can't relate to Tate. It's that I shut myself out to caring. Shit happens. People die. I get over it. It's time to move on. Remember them. This is literally the longest conversation I've had with someone who wasn't my parents in a while. Fair enough. Are you calling me your father or something, Ruthius? Is that what's happening right now? Yeah, I know, Ruthius. It does to me as well. I also have an attachment issue to certain. God damn it! Stop hitting shift. I also have an attachment issue to some people. I don't know why. The personality kind of sticks with me, and I enjoy it. Tate is one of those people, actually. There's very few things I would actually tell him no for. And yes, it does piss me off on occasion when he isn't playing with me or Lamb or, you know, actually having something social going on. And it also pisses me off when he's just playing a game because it's the current trend. But still, I forgive him, even though how much I am against him, because I have clung to him in a way. Clung? Any English majors out there? Well, Ruthius, you've done fairly well. I haven't actually noticed you having any issues with chatting with me or Tate, especially even though we call you out when you're lurking, which generally is not what most streamers do. But you haven't had too much of an issue talking to us, it seems like. Granted, we also haven't been asking you questions or having a conversation like this far down. It's usually just been, oh, hey, Ruthius. You know, stuff like that, but I honestly wouldn't have been able to tell if you had never said that. Alrighty, I think I'm ready to start brushing this area. I don't have everything done still on this floor, but I want to start brushing this area. Actually, wait. Before I do. Is there anything major I want to do? Like, if there's a whole nother section of branching off that I want to do, I would like to do that first. Just so I don't have to worry about trying to get the right dimensions of the selection later on. And yeah, there's a few spots I would like to poke a few more holes through. Look, 6, 7? No, that's 6. And I need to sneeze. I sneezed. Excuse me. Wow. Seems to make my eyes water for some reason. Weird. 8. Okay. Small chats are easier for me. I don't mind being called out. It makes it a bit easier. And actually, I've gotten better coming to your guys' streams. I've noticed that, Arithius. I noticed originally you used to only go to Tate's every once in a while, and mine even less so. But what I think has helped you, though, in that regard, from a psychological standpoint, is because we've called you out and actually said hello, that you've gotten you've stuck around and actually gotten to know us and the people we play with. But one thing I've noticed from social anxiety, words tonight for me just do not work out. One thing I've noticed from people that suffer from that, because I apparently cannot speak tonight, or I guess this morning at this point, it's 4:17 after all, is that they often don't have that issue when they actually get to know someone. Like, you can be anxious all you want, trying to get to know someone, but as soon as you do, it is no longer an issue communicating with them. But I understand it is an issue. I have that issue as well, or I should say I used to have that issue. I'm very, very much still shy, but I don't have social anxiety anymore. Partly due to my I don't give a fuck kind of attitude about a lot of things. God damn it. I keep hitting shift. I'm really tempted to see if I can... You know what? I'm going to save. Let's save. And I'm going to see if I can change key bindings. If that is an option. Config files folder. Filters are there. I don't see anything about key bindings. There's something else here. Screenshots folder, no. Oh, there's a damn thing called controls. Shift is down. No, I want shift and right click to swap its options. Is that a possibility? Presets Velocity. Here's a numpad Velocity old. Wonder if that'll work. WSAD space shift nudge. It's still going to be right click for the modifier, but now no longer press shift and have the box go down now, though. Well, Arithius, it's helped me stop caring about a lot of shit. But I've also had a lot of reasons to stop caring. Is that 8? That is 8. I know a lot of people cannot have the same attitude as me, you know, when it comes to things. If they actually have what to call it, no backing to, no reasoning to not give a damn. I've been lied to, cheated on, stolen from, picked on. I've been the bully as well as I've been the bully as well as been the bullier. I've been the one picked on as well. I've been the one to pick on others. I've gone through personal accidental killings of animals that I truly loved. I have had multiple pets that I wish I could have and could not. I have shut myself out to a lot of various emotions just because I don't find them useful anymore. They do more harm to me overall, in my mind, than they do good. And I generally find people a disappointment because of all the things I've been through. That I really don't like people. I really don't. Which is part of the reason why I am streaming and doing YouTube, to actually like people again to some extent. Obviously I'm not going to love everyone. If that was the case, I would not have hated Marcus right away. Granted, we've since solved out our issues, if you will. Talked about him anyway. I forget exactly what my point was going with that. Ah, right. Yeah, I feel my ability to not care is doable because of the things I've gone through, compared to some people not having those same experiences or not similar experiences, that they can't do it because they still have like maybe a shred of hope somewhere about a particular thing, or still desire something. Welcome back, Fetus. I wouldn't say I get cynical. I do. Do you relate to Sheldon Cooper? Yes, on a personality scale. Not an intelligence scale, because physics isn't my thing. But I wouldn't say I get cynical. I get logical and emotionless. Sheldon Cooper is actually not a bad example of how I actually am. He wasn't with us. He just rejoined a bit ago. I just saw the Twitch join message about 40 seconds ago. Literally, I got it 14 seconds before he sent that message saying, "Do you relate to Sheldon Cooper?" So yeah, he just came back within a few minutes. Did I miss this wall over here? Wow, I did. By the way, Fetus, in your absence, I've done a whole nother level of area, and also have a room somewhere over here that leads down to this level. So, just to give you an update on what you missed, just working on the next level. Yeah, I know Erytheus. That's why I use, well, not only am I using a computer, but I also use Mirc, M-I-R-C. I love this chat program, it's great. By the way, no video on my end and I refreshed. I just rotated out scenes. Maybe that'll work for you. Have you been having any issues like that, Rithius? Hex chat. I use Merc simply because I can do a lot more things with it than I can with Hex chat. And I did not set the weights properly. In the dirt. Yeah, okay. Rithius isn't having any issues. It was on your end? Okay. Yeah, it seemed a bit odd for you to be having issues, considering me and Rithius have been here for quite a while now, and no issues have been mentioned of. Outside of maybe a... Have I even dropped a frame? Yeah, I've dropped a few frames, but not much. Start with Merca. Why'd you switch? My throat's getting a little dry, by the way. We've been talking for 2.5 hours. Can do that for you. I actually had that issue when I was recording Diversity 2 yesterday. I had to take a break from recording because my voice was just going out on me, and it was not happy days. I should tweet out about that myself. No particular reason. I was trying to see if there was a way to make Twitch emotes work. Through Merc, definitely not. Through Hex Chat, I wouldn't know. You can get information about the emote from Merc about the particular emote, but you wouldn't be able to actually just like display it in the chat. Though I actually prefer Merc because it doesn't show emotes. I'm a textual person anyway. I don't want to see an emote. At least not a image one. I'm okay with textual emotes, but if you ask me to see a colon P or a smiley face sticking its tongue out at you, I'm going to say colon P. I don't know, my brain processes text better than imagery. Heard there was a way in Hex Chat. I'm going to assume we can find it. Oh. God. I'm unfamiliar with Hex Chat in great detail, so I wouldn't know if it's actually possible or not, or how it would be done. It's amazing what simple idea for an area can actually work out to look like when you start roughing up the edges. Just wanted to see sub emotes. Well, sub emotes are awesome, but I still prefer text. If I wanted to see sub emotes, I actually use, what the hell is this site called? Twitchemotes.com? Yeah, Twitchemotes.com. Like, if I just wanted to see what a particular one looks like from a sub, I'd just go there. Because you can view sub emotes and view it by name and whatnot. Yeah, there we go. Stretching. Visual and sense of reading. Yeah, I'm not that way. I know a lot of people that read like visual novels, or not visual novels, but books with a lot of imagery, wording, and then they can actually picture it, so to speak, in their mind's eye. I don't. Like, I don't give a shit that the curtains are blue. I don't think anyone really cares if the curtains are blue unless it pertains to the storyline somehow. Like, I don't need to know that. It actually kind of goes back to the Final Fantasy discussion we were having about them and 10 having voices. I'd rather leave it up to the imagination on what they sound like, what they could say, how they say it. I don't want the voice to be dictated for me unless I am experiencing that from the get-go and I know I'm going into something like that. Like the game Red Dead Redemption, I'm watching Jenny play it. I know that they had voice from the beginning. I'm okay with that because it's also based off of, you know, something else. So I'm okay with that. But I'd still rather leave it all up to the imagination. But still, no one gives a shit that the curtains are blue if it's not pertaining to the story. There actually have been some books I've read where it's like, oh, and this random object in this random room is this random thing. It's like, don't care. Often I wish I knew what the hell that meant. Keep in mind of cultural and locational differences giving different meanings to slang terms. And that is not one I've heard and or seen in the Midwest. I'm generally the same way. I was just probably wording that. Fair enough. Let's see. It's a meth pipe. No. I never have done meth. I've done a lot of shit in my life, but not meth. Meth is not one of them. Meth seems to be an interesting drug, and what it does, not something I wish to try. Why are you asking, Calvin? May I ask? If I may ask. with the dry mouth issue I'm having. I'm drinking Mountain Dew Code Red. It's not helping it any. I am not. And I have never had LSD. It's not LSD specifically. You're right, bit turns does seem to be louder. I thought so. I really thought so. I mean, I enjoy his music, but it definitely seems louder than everything else. And Coffin, the trip I have taken, all that really came from it is a lot of different colors, and I could feel some EMFs. If you want to end, don't feel you have to continue. No, it's fine, Erytheus. I don't mind. I've been meaning to work on this map anyway. I really hadn't put in zero work since the last time I streamed this map process, so I'm actually making some decent work on it. So, Coffin, you wanting to know if I was a tweaker begs the question, why do you want to know if I'm a tweaker? Oh, he left. Okay. That was a interesting portion of conversation there. What if it's the way you mixed and mastered it? I know something have to matter, to master differently for the way YouTube compresses audio. Erytheus Bitburner does not put his stuff up on YouTube. Actually, all of these songs were downloaded directly from his website, without ripping them from a video file or anything. So they're all in the original perfect audio qualities that he had provided, so I don't think it is a concern about compression relation issues to YouTube. Right, actually, Burner might have something up on YouTube, but it's not where I got the music from. Actually, I have a link down below on where you can find that. Where is the stream channel like information on mobile, Erytheus? Do you know? Because I've actually not really been on Twitch on mobile. I usually just am on it on my computer, so I haven't really had a chance to like look where the hell it is. That could explain it, but then again, all of the other songs as well, none of them are ripped from videos. They're all from the original source at the original qualities. Are you actually alive then, Noah? wasn't aware you were paying attention at all. But, alright. See you, Noah. There's an icon you click and it pops up on the side. Ah, I see. Yeah, no, it wasn't where you've been chilling here this entire time. A lot of brush work to do. I kind of wish the brushes would save properly. I really wish it would. Because I would love to have a few brushes stored, especially like this one because I use it. Kevin MacLeod doesn't put it on YouTube, neither does Machinima Sound. Well, I should take that back. Machinima Sound actually is used up on YouTube, but Kevin MacLeod is not... his music is used on YouTube, but he himself does not put it up on YouTube. This brush size, by the way, is like perfect for this area too. Look at this brush. It's like the perfect brush ever. I have made the perfect brush ever. It's perfect for everything. Even dating. You know, I wonder with Noah leaving if that means Tate's no longer streaming. No, okay, still streaming. Weird. Okay. No, it must be just going to bed then. No, just a possibility from my limited understanding of audio production. It could be that he goes to a different level than what other people do. Like for my videos I put up on YouTube, I try to keep the voice audio level to its peak at 12 dB, and the game at 10 dB, just so there is a noticeable difference between the voice and game sounds. But it obviously doesn't always happen. But I know some others may do it lower, just to maybe help cut out background sounds or whatnot. Maybe not to be as loud, so people can make it louder if they want to. It could just be the preferred scale of what they use on the DB leveling when they go to volumize. I don't know, volumize. Well, that's a made-up word to begin with, but to even out the volume levels throughout their works. This area is starting to shape up quite nicely. Let's go and save though. We have 79 unsaved edits. I would hate for MC Edit to crash right now. And I'll be spending another 13 minutes on this or so, and then I'll be ending. So essentially on the hour. Just FYI, by the way. I have as well, Orpheus, trying to make music myself. My preference of music making is more of the 8-bit style. More so than anything else. I just realized these two hallways are pretty damn close to each other. Oh, that's going to create some interesting effects here. Yeah, it's gonna create some holes through here. Ah. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, because you're gonna be able to see through that. Does it really give you any advantage being able to do that? Not really, because those both would end up leading you to the same area. You're not cutting out a large chunk of land if you were to cut through there. Okay, that's not a problem. I used to know how to play the piano and guitar, but I taught myself a custom scaling system for both. Like the piano, I had because I couldn't read sheet music, I had to come up with my own. I came up with my own method of numbering off the keys. And when I wrote music for the piano, it wouldn't be on the typical scale, it would actually be a key number. And it was a 2-digit system on how I did it with various letters and stuff. So I was essentially reading a line of text instead of visually saying notes. Yeah, I did something similar for the guitar as well, but I didn't really learn the guitar that well. Not because of my unconventional methods of trying to learn the scaling system, but because I just didn't really spend that much time on it. I spent like maybe 3 months on it and just was kind of like, I'm done. Similar, but it was numerically set. For the 88 keys of the piano, the first one was 0, 0, and the last one was... oh hell, what was the last one? 7, 8? 78, I think it was. It's been a while. It's been a while since I had to deal with that system. I would have to look up the rules that I wrote down somewhere. But yeah, like if I wanted a middle C on just the key, middle C, it would be for example like 46 would be it. But then, like, if I wanted a, I don't know, like an F flat, it would be some number and then like a B. So like the first number indicated what octave to go to. The second one indicating what key to press from that set is how I had set that system up. And the reason I went for that is so I could actually go over multiple scales without having to have extended bars above the musical scale on the sheet. Like I'm sure you've seen some music sheets. I know I have, where you'll see like one note that isn't on that normal 5-bar scale, but it's like 3 down or 3 up, and it's like, well, I gotta jump down this far. I didn't want to do that, so I rectified that with a octave notation for the first number, and then a particular key with the next one. Yeah, I did something similar for the guitar as well. The first number was the distance on the bridge I had to go down from the top, and the second one was the what string to hold down. Or what strings, I should say, because I would actually have multiple of those lines, but it was a different way of thinking about it. Of course, the guitar one also had some very interesting modifications to it, for like the finger wiggling on it to make a different kind of like sound. I don't know what the technical term is. I just know how to produce it. I just don't know how it's called. But yeah, like that would end up having the number notation, but it would also have a wave above the second number to indicate to do that. So I started stylizing some things, and I actually did that with the piano as well. That notation later on to include like the foot pedals. Or elongating the sound for making it shorter, louder, wider, stuff like that. I also started adding shit like that into the system. Vibrato. Thank you. I thought it was a V word, just had no idea. I didn't even want to bother trying. Alright, is there anything I'm missing over here? Yeah, there's actually a lot I'm still missing. Wow. Start with violins and left hand on piano is still difficult for me to read. Well, you're still able to read it. It's better than what I can do with normal sheet music. I can look at the sheet music and understand how many keys up to go if there's no flats or anything involved. But I can't look at sheet music and know what key to start off on just by the sheet music. Besides, who's to say the current music learning method is the best one, always. So, that's the reason I came up with my own method. Yeah, I can understand that. It being a different clef would be an issue. Not to mention, you know, actually trying to deal with two hands separately on different keys. It's a multitasking in the brain that can task it. They can make it a problematic for some people that aren't used to multitasking with two different hands. I would figure people that play FPS games, or keyboard mouse games rather, probably would be able to do that. That kind of thing a bit better. Simply because, you know, you're often moving around with WASD or doing things with the mouse simultaneously that you know, your brain actually has to do things at the same time with both of them. I could see that being maybe a bit easier for some people. Pretty much taught myself piano and guitar, but did... I see. I wanted to play drums in school, but my parents would not let me. I went to the instructor, the music instructor. This was, oh hell, this was elementary school, actually. This was a long time ago. Went to the instructor, and they tested me on the ability to keep up rhythm and the beats on my lap. You know, actually just kind of like patting it and making sounds and keeping up with the beat. You know, with them and trying to mimic what they do. And I had no problem doing it. They thought I was great at it, but parents would not let me do it. So they can play both halves separately, but have trouble putting them together. Yeah. Yeah, it's... I don't know, it's one of those things for people that... Oh, both hands is what you intended. Both halves also work for me. Well, it makes logistical sense to me, anyway. Ugh. Wonder how much longer Tate's going to be streaming. Because since I'll be ending here in a few minutes, I'm looking for someone to raid. Tate, you going to be streaming for a bit, for much longer? Alright, time to stream, Snipe. Meanwhile, I'm going to, let's see, let's check around here. Already. Ending here in a minute. Let's see if you were going to keep going for a while, or if I needed to raid someone else. What sucks, Arithius? Sorry, me trying to find someone else to raid has completely distracted me on what the hell I was looking at, or what the last comment was for that to make sense too. Let's see. Thorlar is apparently broadcasting right now, along with Runewolf. You know, honestly, I might raid Thorlar again. I know we raided him yesterday, was it? That sucks. Okay, yeah, that makes sense again. I've have a little experience with hand drums, like I could never say that word. Djembe. Djembe? I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't remember. It's one of those words you just look at and you're like, Djembe. I don't know. You just kind of like halfway give up on it. But alright, it is actually 1 past the hour. I've actually been streaming for about how long have I been streaming for? 3 hours and 10 minutes. Made quite a bit of work on this map, actually. It may not seem like much, but this is a lot of work. Next stream, we'll probably finish this off if I don't do it on my own time. Djembe? Yeah. But, yeah, let's see. Ending. Yeah, that's right, close enough. Fair enough. Fair enough for these. Well, Arithius, glad for you to have joined me tonight. It's been fun. I need to let my mouth become undried, but yeah. Let's see. We are going to. Well, I'm going to delete my emails as I'm talking right now, so that's why you hear clicking. I am going to raid. Let's see, Thorlar. It was good taking to you. Taking to. God, Arithius, you're coming clingy. Why? Oh, I understand what you meant. I noticed it misread. Notice it does say taking. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to be rating Thorlar tonight. Everyone else I follow doesn't stream it around this time, outside of like me and Tate, so I'll be back at my regular time tomorrow, aka today, for oh shit, today is what? Friday. Community Friday. Yeah, we're doing Community Friday things today. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.